fucked something up.
Oh no, don't say that.
I think we are. I think we are live. Burpees.
Are we live? Did you catch both of our burps?
Oh yeah, I just realized I can't change the name of the stream on Kick. I hate that.
Why not? Just log into the website.
I'm on it. Doesn't let you change it.
Yeah, it does. You have to go to your creator dashboard. Click on the icon in the upper right-hand corner.
Make your shit easier to navigate, Kick. Listen.
No, don't go to edit. You don't have to go to edit mode.
You
Just
had
go
some
to your
stern
creator
words
dashboard.
for Kick on Twitter this week.
And then there's a little pencil. There's a column that's chat. There's a column that's other settings. And there's a column that's the preview video.
Oh, I had to expand the page for it to become available.
Yes, sir.
That's still edit mode. The pencil. Edit stream info. There we got it. All right.
Are we live?
Oh, we are. Yeah, everything's recording.
We are live.
Imagine
the music hasn't played yet, though, so it's the pre-show.
Oh, my God.
Oh, is this banter time?
What an exciting
Usually,
evening.
I still think it's hilarious that the fucking snake shit in your duty.
I should put a picture of the goddamn snake up on the screen.
oh yeah,
Yeah, why wouldn't
So what
you?
do we call him?
Because it's on my phone, which is currently pointed at your face.
Oh, here, I've got it. Do you want me to email it to you?
I didn't send you the good one, though, did I?
I don't know.
Oh, I did. I sent you the second one that shows how big it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I bet that's on. I bet.
Wait, did they say
Oh,
it was?
hey,
Oh,
hey.
hello.
Showtime.
That's the sound of your Wednesday night getting better, folks.
Yeah, I don't have the snake picture. You'll have to send it to me.
I'll send it
Because
to
you know what that means? It's time for the greatest independently operated
Snake show.
pop culture and snake podcast in the greater Arizona area.
Why are we in Arizona now?
It's Popcorn Tribunal.
Coming
Why
to
are we in
you
Arizona?
live
I don't know. You fucking lived there.
from downtown Albuquerque.
Coming to you.
Now we're in Albuquerque?
Coming to you live from sunny Las Vegas.
We're jumping around the Southwest.
We have a studio.
Neelis, which am I, Gmail
Everywhere in
or
the American
Popcorn
Southwest.
Tribunal?
I'll just
Gmail it.
I'll talk at you while these old men figure out technology. Hi everybody.
Fuck off.
Welcome to Popcorn Tribunal. It's a Wednesday,
It'll be awkward.
and
when
that's when we do the show.
I'm going to drop it in randomly on the show, and it's going
It's
to look
gonna be
terrible.
awkward when we fire Blaha for being
They're not
such a
gonna.
punk.
They're not gonna fucking fire me. They both love me. Wednesdays are when we do the show, unless nature tries to stop it. And boy, did it try
Did
today
it ever?
by
Oh my
sending a
God.
slithering
Look,
assassin
guy,
after one
you
Chris Nealis.
You guys are pussies, man. It was
I'm
a
sorry.
rat snake.
A 6-foot snake suddenly appeared in the middle of the studio.
Yeah, it would have been startling.
I mean,
but, like,
specify.
I did definitely haul ass to get here
So you get
because
from-
I wanted to
Yeah.
pick it up.
I mean,
And then you had to get your brother-in-law to come by, and
I was
you had to
busy.
pick it
I
up.
had children.
You
I
were
had-
busy.
to,
You were scared.
just to clarify, it was a 6-foot non-venomous snake, but from the pictures, it does appear it had a machete.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the
In
problem
its
was-
being
arms.
scared.
Yes.
Can't blame Chris for being a little nervous about that.
I called them over because it got behind an amp, and it was going to take more than one person to move everything to get to it more
Yeah.
than anything.
When Chris gets his email with the picture, he'll put a picture up so you guys can see it.
I
Those
think
of
we
you
should
who
call
are
her.
watching it live.
We should call her Bertha.
No,
We'll never see her. again.
we don't know if it was a she. We cannot freely.
Oh, he was saying
refer to
she,
her.
so I thought maybe.
Let's not assume gender.
That's fair. I thought maybe.
It's
I thought maybe the
2024.
person who had rescued
Let's
the
not
snake
assume
had,
gender.
had gendered the snake. for
Right
him.
on the studio glass. Unbelievable.
We've got a great show for you tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Those of you that are here, those of you that are listening right now. I'm going to get some business out of the way, and I'm doing this now, and I'm going to do it in 3 separate conversations. And I'm doing it now so that you can have an hour and a half of an uninterrupted podcast. So we are going to talk real quickly about all 3 of our sponsors.
In case that felt like an awkward segue, that's because I looked at Tony on the ride over and said, "Hey, we could probably trim up the ad segment at the beginning a little bit."
And I told him to fuck off.
He said, "We'll discuss it later." And then he also said he was going to be real sassy about it, Which
I have a
mean,
tendency to do that. Have you noticed that? Like when I was talking about the Film Journalists Association.
have I noticed in the 6 years I've known you that you're kind of a sassy
It's
bitch?
kind of a
Yeah,
sassy bitch. Yeah.
it's a little hard to miss.
All right, let's talk a little bit about our first sponsor. We'll knock it out pretty quickly.
Is it Glitch?
Our first sponsor is Glitch Energy. That's Glitch with a Y. I actually have some marketing materials in front of me, so I am going to read you exactly what Glitch is designed to optimize. It is designed to enhance your mental performance.
That's a dangerous claim.
Yeah, I
if
know,
you
right?
just say mental health.
Enhance mental performance, increase focus and concentration, faster reaction times. That's for the gamers in the group. Clinically researched ingredients, which are validated, verified in laboratories.
Yes.
Improved endurance, mood enhancement, long-lasting energy. They are keto, vegan, and gluten-free, which is awesome. Made with completely clean ingredients, which means there's no artificial flavors, no artificial colors and fillers. And there are numerous and continually new flavor options. So you're not stuck with the same 3 flavors.
Hell yeah. It's funny that you say that when we have 3 flavors here.
So this is Nerdy's. This is what he's drinking. I am drinking Smurf juice, which is blue raspberry. And then these are 2 new flavors. One is berry cherry, and then the other one is strawberry rageade, which is strawberry lemonade. Have you ever had a strawberry lemonade drink that tasted too much like strawberry or too much like lemonade?
Yes.
This is like the perfect blend. It's so good.
You know what?
Strawberry rageade.
The lemonade flavors are perfect because I can't drink real lemonade anymore because I got a weak little heartburn reaction to it.
Oh, I'm drinking Maui Punch, by the way.
Maui Punch is
I
delicious.
haven't tried
It's a
that
little
one yet.
sweeter, not as tart as some of the other flavors. So yeah, go to glitchenergy.com, GLYTCH energy.com. Put everything in your cart that you're gonna buy. It's Memorial Day weekend. There might even be a sale this weekend. But if there's not a sale, if you use code popcorn,
Make your own.
Covering up Tony's face.
POPCORN. What'd you say?
It's covering your face on the screen right now.
Oh, right here.
There,
Um,
you're peering above it now.
Nice. Stop it. You'll save 20% off of your entire purchase. So definitely go check it out. They also run some additional sales during special events. Mother's Day, there was a 40% off deal. There was a buy one, get one free a couple weeks before. What?
I didn't tell my mom.
Wow. You're a terrible partner.
Terrible son.
But anyways, thank you, Glitch Energy. We love you guys. We use them on a daily basis.
That's true.
And that's funny, Chris. I didn't realize you were actually drinking it.
That's
Always,
true.
yeah.
If Chris can't get a hold of Glitch, we get several angry texts.
Oh, I
about
drink
Dude,
it.
he
I drink
was
it
in
every
Florida
day.
for spring break or
Forgot
Alabama
it.
for spring break, and he's like, I ordered it, and they
I was
won't
in Florida.
deliver it while I'm here.
I was 3 hours away from the headquarters.
Yeah, he wanted to go pick up his order. It was pretty funny.
Florida.
Every day.
So yeah, we love them. They take really good care of us. So if you want to support the show, glitchenergy.com, code popcorn.
Hell yeah. Popcorn flavor coming soon. Literal
right.
popcorn.
Pause.
Mm-hmm.
5, 4, 3.
For the people for behind the scenes, that's so we can clip that and turn it into an ad.
All right.
Oh,
let's
well, I
talk
did a
about
weird
our-
transition in that.
Let's
That'll
talk
be
about.
okay.
Oh, did you change the video? around?
It's all right.
Right.
Who wants to see the snake?
Oh yeah, do you have the snake? All right, let's
I
post
do.
the snake.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. Show the
Oh,
snake.
I gotta zoom it out here.
Hey, Maddie.
I'm gonna bring it right up. This is funny to see this happening in real time. There it is.
Show us Bertha.
Dude, look at Bertha.
Look at Bertha.
That is
Oh.
a massive rat snake.
Right on the window behind you.
That is crazy.
And like I said, if you look under the trench coat, you can see the machete.
Yeah.
So Chris, I mean,
dude, I'm so disappointed that we didn't make it here in time. That's amazing. That's a massive snake. That's crazy. Okay.
I never want to see it again.
Oh, I do. Okay.
first time Chris has ever been able to say I got a massive snake.
No, he's right. He's right.
Okay.
He's right.
Okay.
He nailed it. It's
Okay.
fine.
Because
I
he's
got
never
it.
seen a snake before.
All right, let's talk about another one of our partners real quick just to knock it out.
Love you.
Big fan of Pup and the Pepper hot sauces. Pup and the Pepper excellent organization. Not only do they make some really, really tasty hot sauces, when you make a purchase through them, they also donate a portion of the proceeds to a local pet rescue,
Mhm.
whether that's here or across the country. Right now, it's currently in the Midwest, but they're expanding. This is their award-winning Scarlet Reaper.
The
This is
best.
a Carolina Reaper hot sauce. A lot of times you'll get a Carolina Reaper hot sauce that's just hot. This actually has a nice little vinegar flavor to it. It's really delicious. I love it on eggs.
Very important flavor.
It's delicious, dude.
So
The
good.
vinegar part of it is what a lot of the Scarlet Reaper or a lot of the Carolina Reaper hot sauces are missing. So this is really good on wings. It's excellent on cold pizza. I'm sure it's excellent on hot pizza, but I've never had it on hot pizza.
Like on eggs.
It makes Chipotle way better.
Yeah.
Step your game up, Chipotle.
Love it. Love it. Really, really, really good. Excellent consistency. Love it. So if you go to pupandthepepper.com and at checkout, use code popcorn at checkout, and you will save 10% on your hot sauce purchase. Merchandise is not discounted, but the actual hot sauce itself is. They are a small business. We believe in supporting small businesses. So definitely check them out, pupandthepepper.com. Code popcorn at checkout to save 10% on your hot sauce order.
Cut.
Okay,
I'm gonna
5
put it in the
seconds.
front here. So
Well, I don't have to clip theirs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Bob the Pepper.
No.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
No, they know they're my favorite.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll put it up there so
I
they can
put-
see it.
No,
way too much.
Yeah, I've had a fuck you moment with Pup and the Pepper, but yeah, again, because I put way too much, but it was delicious.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my god,
Well,
that hit
dude,
hard.
I could drink that stuff.
I put way too much Scarlet
so
Reaper
good.
into some Chipotle that wasn't seasoned the way I had wanted it to be, and it was delicious. But I was also sitting there like,
I mean, it's
"Ah."
spicy.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's
Carolina
spicy. I mean,
Reaper
it's
hot
hot
sauce.
It
It's
draws
supposed to
you
be
in.
spicy.
But
And
the
then you're out of
flavor's so good.
It draws you in, and the next thing you know,
Yeah.
you're out of
It
control.
lures you in.
They
like
also
it's your
have a
friend.
jalapeno cilantro hot sauce that's really good. Or a cilantro verde that's really good. They have a jalapeno hot sauce that's really good.
It's like thinking
Their Eleanor's Everything is my personal favorite.
that one's great.
It's got more of a subtle heat, but the flavor is so good.
This is gonna sound weird, but I like to dip chicken nuggets in the Eleanor's.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
I
I'm gonna
believe
do
it.
that.
I believe it. That's where I first started using it on cold pizza.
Yeah.
Because the Eleanor's Everything has a thicker consistency.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go everywhere. This is definitely a vinegar-based hot sauce, the Scarlet Reaper. It's delicious. I love it.
Much like you and me, it's a little thicker.
I'm losing weight, man. It'll
I'm
get
trying,
there.
you know. Anyways, cut.
No, we already cut. All right, let's
again.
talk one time about our last partner that we're going to talk about for right now. This is Delta 9. That is Delta 8.
And they are Space Panda.
Provided to us by Space Panda Delta. Let me tell you something. I don't sleep very well in my older age. And one thing that gummies have always done is there's always like a come down, right? You have this moment and it's just like a crash, right? You start to feel the high, the euphoria that you get. I don't get that with Space Panda.
I don't either. Yeah.
The other thing
Good
is
stuff.
they taste so good. Like you'll get a little bit of that THC taste with some of the lower end gummies, but these are third party tested and lab tested, and they're excellent. Delta 9 is more of the, I hate to use the word psychotic, but we'll call it
Psychoactive.
psychoactive.
It's not psychotic.
Psychotic.
These taste
God,
psychotic.
do you own a dictionary?
Psychoactive. Delta 9 is more of the psychoactive type. So if you want to go out and have a good time, do so responsibly, but you'll take a Delta 9 for that. Delta 8 is more of the anxiety reducing, more of the calming. This is Sex on the Peach. These are peach flavored. I think there's actually a mango flavored one in there. I swapped with my son too.
I can tell you right now that
His adult son, to be clear.
yeah, his adult child. The only beef I have with Space Panda Delta is that I don't remember the end of True Detective Night Country.
I was like, wait a second, we don't want to say this.
My
Ate one of those
bottles.
gummies, and I was like, I'm cool for it. And
Was
suddenly
this the night that you were here at
yeah,
the show?
yeah. And
So
suddenly
here-
the show
I got
was
some
over.
feedback from a good friend of mine that Mr. Michael was a little bit aggressive in an episode. So the next week when we recorded, I convinced him to take one of the Delta 8 gummies. And he took it and then missed out on the end of True Detective.
You
apparently.
know, it's like I went back and rewatched it, but the last thing I remembered was they were in a convenience store talking to some people, and then suddenly Molly was like, "That was a good ending," and I was like, "What? What do
So,
you mean?"
If you go to spacepandadelta.com, they have Delta 8, Delta 9 products. They also have lollipops, suckers. Also, there's whole new lines of products that'll be coming out soon. I can't say anything more than that, but there are new products that will be coming out shortly. So there's some really exciting stuff that's happening there. If you use code popcorn at checkout, you will save an additional 20%. So big thanks to Space Panda Delta for partnering with us and supporting the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Popcorn at checkout, save 20%.
And cut.
Stop it. Also, you can go to our website at popcorntribunal.com, click on the partners tab at the top, and see all of our other partners. We have partnerships with Lego, which is awesome. Have you bought any Legos lately? I think your mom has a tendency to buy
My
Legos
mom
quite
has
often.
bought several Legos.
So we have partnership with Lego, Guardian PC. For those of you in the UK, we've partnered with them. We no longer have a partnership with some lightsaber company that went.
Yeah, what the fuck's that
They
about?
went out of business. It's okay.
Yeah, well,
They weren't cutting it.
They weren't. Yes.
maybe if they had sent me a lightsaber to demonstrate. So I'm just saying,
Yes.
if anyone out there has a mid to higher level lightsaber company, even a tiny one, even if you sell bullshit lightsabers, just talk to me. Come on, hit me on Twitter at Fire Gallifrey. Say I want
Want to
you
spell that for people?
FIRE.
People
OF.
probably know how to spell fire.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah.
GALLIFREY.
Yeah.
If you want me,
I've tried to get him to change it to make it easier for people to find him, but he won't do it.
if you can also search it by Two-Hearted Jedi because it's a Doctor Who
Because
and a
that's
Star
even
Wars,
easier.
a Star Wars and a Doctor Who thing. If you want to send me a lightsaber and have me swing it around on camera, I'll do it forever.
Speaking of swinging it around on camera, Ancestry is also one of our partners, Ancestry.com. Yeah, I pulled that out of nowhere. As well as NordVPN. Really grateful to NordVPN. That's how he gets his porn. So
I hand draw
and
it,
the most
actually.
important one, the one that keeps our assholes clean, Lux Bidet. Visit
me, it's Chris.
luxbidet.com, click on the link on our website, show some love, and yeah, I love Lux Bidet. I have yet to order the one.
I
for the
thought of the most
bathroom.
horrible comment to say, and I can't. I'll have to tell you later.
My asshole has never been cleaner.
It was sort of adjacent to that,
Yeah.
but I'll tell you later.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. All right, that is it for the partnerships.
All right.
We
Is
may
it?
say thank you later on. That is it. The
Is
rest
it?
uninterrupted.
All right.
No.
No ads.
All right.
Oh,
No.
wait.
All right.
Wait. I lied.
Wait.
I
So.
lied. I has coffee. So our guy right back here, the Snake Charmer,
Hey.
he owns a coffee company. It's called Coffee Dudes Coffee. And now you can visit his coffee company at ihascoffee.com.
Or I can
coffee.com.
Yes.
Both will get you where you need to go.
Has with a Z, by the
New
way.
flavor coming out. It's called Surprise Snakes.
What? It doesn't even sound like a coffee flavor. No. Some of our listeners can vouch. I can personally vouch. Some of my favorite coffee. I'm not a massive coffee drinker. I definitely don't drink it black. I can drink his hand roasted artisan style coffee black, and it's delicious.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I
Sucks
like
it
it
right from the
black.
tea
I
to
like
the
it
bean.
bold. Coffee. So he has yet to put together a coupon code. He's technologically savvy.
I can do it by the end of the show. I'll have something
Oh,
going.
don't worry.
No, I'll do it for you, Tony.
But it
You're
doesn't.
so important.
Use code Snakes in the Studio for
Dude, just
I'm
mark,
gonna do that.
Just mark the coffee up 5% and give our listeners 10% off. You'll be
Good Lord, that's marketing.
Yes, marketing 101.
use
No, but coffeedudescoffee.com. I has coffee or I can has coffee.com. That's definitely a early 2000s reference. So
I
yeah,
do, yeah.
But it works, and I love
it works. It works.
And there's gonna be some swag coming soon.
Oh shit.
Do we get some for free?
No. Yes, possibly.
I just want a white hoodie with a black rectangle, and in that rectangle, icanhascoffee.com.
I'm,
Wish I could
I'm,
use I can has cat. That would be fun.
I'm sorry, Chris. Are you saying you don't provide more free services to us? What the
Right?
fuck is this about?
Shut up, man.
Speaking of which, I got an idea for another
All right,
podcast I want you to do.
you're-
That you're not going to get paid
But
for.
wait, there's more.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So last night, unfortunately, during the Eastern Conference Finals, I had
Ugh.
to take a gummy, and Tony watched it too. Yeah, we won't get into that shit.
I have no idea what they're talking
That's
about.
fine because we're not going to get into it. But I took one of my gummies, and now I have one remaining of my Delta 8. What is the flavor here?
You're Mango Madness, I think, aren't you?
Well, this is the Cosmic Dream.
Oh, the berry, cosmic berry.
Yeah, Cosmic. This Cosmic Dream.
Sure, it's berry,
berry.
mixed berry flavor.
Yeah, but these are so good.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if regular gummies were this good, I would eat them just bag after bag.
I've
So
had to
good.
I've had to hide them because my son, who is of legal age, just likes. I mean, they're as good as just gummy
He's
bears.
always
So-
asking me if I've got 'em.
I have one left in that bottle, but guess what?
What
I have a bag I have yet to open.
do you have? Oh shit! Let's do this,
Let's
Chris.
do it.
All right, we're gonna.
I
do
accidentally
it
showed
live.
my address for a moment.
It's all right.
It's in Massachusetts.
Don't clip that.
Yeah. Hey,
In
don't-
beautiful
internet, don't
downtown
Look
clip
at
that.
this.
Albuquerque.
It is a live unboxing.
Beautiful downtown Albuquerque, Indiana. Wait a minute.
What?
What? It
I don't
happened.
even. This is exciting. I don't know what flavor they.
What
I don't either.
sport were you guys?
I've been
talking
holding
about?
on to
What
this
flavor did you
for
get this
so
in?
long.
Blood
my
Moon.
God.
Blood Orange.
Dun, 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 dun,
I can't see.
What
chat.
sport were you guys talking about with the Eastern Conference?
Oh,
There we
the
go.
Pacers game.
I got
Is that Mango Madness?
Blood Moon.
Oh, you got the Blood Moon. as
Blood
well?
Moon.
Nice.
All right.
Blood Brothers, baby.
That's blood orange flavor.
Better than
Awesome.
the better than the twin option there.
It's very sweet. I actually got the Blue Moon flavor this month, so it must be a month of the moon.
Rather be Blood Brothers than Eskimo Twins.
Smell that. Blue raspberry flavored. Blue raspberry. Ironically, also Smurf Juice is blue raspberry flavored.
Hey. And they're the same company. So, yeah.
So,
And back to you.
okay. Thank you for that live unboxing, Chris.
No problem. I've been saving
let's
it.
Make sure you clip that after the
I
episode.
wish
is over.
Okay.
so hard there had been a snake in there.
Right
Oh
now.
No idea.
God.
Chris just opens it up and
All right, let's talk. News. Go for it.
news.
Michael Blaha.
I'm
have
in
some
charge of the news. Okay. Well, which news do we want?
I don't know.
Which-
You had a giant list.
I do.
It's the
I
most
do.
organized I've ever seen.
I
you.
do have a list. It's a big list. I mean, we talk about gaming, we talk about TV, we talk about movies here. Let's talk about gaming.
Okay.
You don't like Star Wars games.
I have yet to find a Star Wars game that I like. There's one forthcoming that I'm positive on. but
You're feeling positive about it.
We'll
So,
see.
there was a little bit more about Outlaws that came out.
Okay.
Talking a little bit about the rep system that's going to be in the game, the reputation.
That's reputation.
The reputation system. So they kind of
I
confirmed.
feel like you're really far away from your microphone.
Am I? Oh,
There you go.
Am I? Hello. Welcome.
I mean,
welcome
sit up
to the
straight.
news.
Just don't.
you-
I can't listen. I've got titties, and so I can't get that close to the mic and be straight up. Okay, make me admit it on air.
I got titties too. They're getting smaller.
Hey.
Most people have two.
Also,
Jesus. So they did kind of confirm in the game that you'll remember from the movie Solo.
yes.
There's all the different criminal syndicates that
yes.
Han's kind of exposed to. All of them are going to be present in the game, including Emilia Clarke's character, Kira.
Oh shit!
Is going to be in the not voiced by Emilia
Oh,
Clarke,
well,
but the character, but modeled after her. She will be in the game,
right.
and they've kind of made it. We're talking about you're going to have to maybe pick which.
Was Paul Bettany in Solo?
Yeah, he was Dryden Voss, the leader
Yeah.
of Crimson Dawn. He had those cool little trench
That's
knives.
enough. I just wanted to know if he
Shut
was
your
in
fucking mouth.
it.
It's never
Okay.
enough. And so they were kind of they were kind of saying, you're going to have to pick and choose which syndicates you're doing jobs for. And
Right.
They showed a preview of, you can take a job from this one syndicate.
I mean, it's just like a normal MMO. You find a syndicate, you
Yeah.
choose that syndicate. And you work for them.
but they also did say that depending on the sector you're in, you could be really big with Crimson Dawn, which
Right.
is from Solo.
Sure.
But then if you go to a rivaling syndicate, the shop owners are going to charge you more if you're in
Because
their
you're a
territory.
member, right,
Or
right,
you
right,
could
right.
be jumped. Like you could, if
Right.
you have a bad enough rep with a certain gang.
It's like
you could,
New World if you have a reputation.
Yeah.
with- yeah.
So I mean, that sounds cool. That's like a living, breathing.
It's very
world.
MMO. Yes.
There's very heavy consequences to the kind of mission they demonstrated with you take it from one syndicate, but then halfway through, Amelia Clark's character contacts you and is like, "Hey, you can flip it my way, and
Yeah.
I'll give you more credits."
Again,
But
very MMO.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's exciting to me. I'm
Okay.
really excited about that. I think that'll be. I look forward to seeing you stream that. Hopefully, I don't know if you're going to.
Oh, you're gonna watch my stream?
I watch your stream.
No, you don't.
I need something to fall asleep to.
Wow.
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 Also, can you continue? You're a very entertaining streamer. Don't worry, I love you, buddy. Assassin's Creed Shadows
Oh no,
got an announcement.
not interested.
You're not interested at all?
I hate the Assassin's Creed games.
Do you?
I do with a
Why?
passion.
Why?
Because you know those games where like it's the same reason that I don't like Helldivers.
Okay.
Running is not running. It's slightly faster walking.
Okay. So it's not.
Drives me crazy.
You're a big movement guy.
I like good movement.
You
yeah.
like to feel like a sports car of a human.
No, I like to feel like when you're actually sprinting, you're actually sprinting.
Gotcha.
As I know I'm a little chunky, but when I am moving faster than a standard walk, it's obvious that I'm moving faster than a
Yeah.
standard walk. And then when I'm running as fast as I can, it's faster than moving faster than a standard walk.
Gotcha.
In a lot of video games like Assassin's Creed, there's walk and sprint. That's it.
Sure. Gotcha. I mean, I get you. I honestly,
And the sprinting is not much faster than the walk.
I wasn't really keeping up with the series. I did really like Valhalla.
Also, they took away some of the features that made Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, they kind of abandoned some of the modern day.
The high
story
fall
stuff,
is gone.
Yeah.
And yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
The leap of faith.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's in Valhalla.
No,
I played Valhalla.
no, in the new one.
Oh,
it's
in the
gone.
new. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited about Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is actually the first Assassin's Creed game where you are playing as a real historical figure. There's two main characters. There's shinobi, ninja named, I think it's Naoe, or I can't remember
It's
how
a
to pronounce
samurai.
it.
It's not a ninja.
Well, no, there's two. There's a ninja character. It's a,
But the ninja and the samurai weren't around at the same time.
but there is the other main character is the samurai, historical figure called Yasuke, who
The
was
black samurai.
a black
Who
samurai.
went from a slave to one of the top samurais in the.
Yes, a real retainer to a real samurai, and also a real samurai himself.
And
so-
it was really funny to watch all of the mag idiots running around online going, "Oh, how dare they? There's no such thing as a black samurai." Yes,
there
very
much
is.
was, and he's incredibly revered in
and
Japanese
he's a fucking
culture.
badass. Yeah.
And to see there was so many like Japanese people coming out online who were like, no, like Yasuke is like a revered
Yeah.
legendary figure in our culture.
that
People
was
were
kind
like,
of funny to watch that.
and
happen.
people were like, no, the black samurai, but and a woman.
Assassin's Creed went Disney.
I hope every single one of those people catches a katana
Yeah.
to the face.
I can't wait till they do a live action Pocahontas and cast a Native American girl, and they're like,
people
"Oh, how
freak the
dare
fuck out
they?"
about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm excited about that game purely for I do love the story of Yasuke, so I think I'm excited to see that play out in Assassin's Creed
I
fashion.
just want you
where-
guys to know he had to Google 7 times how to pronounce that guy's name.
Oh,
so.
I didn't though, and it's because I'm a secret weeb. But don't worry about it.
Secret. There's no fucking
There's
secret
everyone
about
knows
it,
I like
dude.
anime. Rounding out gaming.
Let me
news.
bring up something about
Oh, yeah,
games
yeah,
before
yeah,
you
yeah,
bring
yeah,
up your
yeah,
last
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I have said numerous times I spent $135 on a version of Tarkov that I have
Yes.
hated and never played. So I was gifted a copy of Gray Zone Warfare, which is essentially the next Tarkov killer. It's great. It looks great. It's fun to play. They have a PvE world where you're not
Cool.
playing against
Like
other
that.
players. It's fun. It's good. It looks great. But I was then gifted a copy of Arena Breakout Infinite,
Okay.
which is another Tarkov clone.
Mhm.
Here's what I like about this game that none of the other Tarkov clones has. Your teammates are identified on screen.
Oh, okay.
There's a little tiny indicator above their head that indicates don't shoot them, which Tarkov does not have, which Gray Zone Warfare does not have, which every other Helldivers has it, but that's not really a Tarkov clone. That's more of a mission-based.
And Helldivers really encourages you to kill your teammates anyway. So.
Yeah. So, Arena Breakout Infinite. I think the plan is for it to be a free-to-play extraction shooter, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Also, I participated in 3 different beta tests for a game called The First Descendant.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
They have announced a release date. I don't have it, but check them out at thefirstdescendant.com. And that is a free to play extraction shooter, which
Nice.
is awesome.
You know, I did just that made me think of though something I didn't have written down here. But are you familiar with the Total War series?
Yes.
Like, they announced a Star Wars Total War. So
Sweet.
I'm not a big fan
They
of the
also
Star Wars
announced that the next Call of Duty is Black Ops 6.
Oh, did you see that's coming to Game Pass too?
It came out today. They announced that teaser.
That's gonna be on Game Pass day one.
Yeah.
And people are freaking out because that means people on PlayStation are paying full price for a game that Xbox players are gonna get for free.
I don't know. Game Pass is they're still negotiating cross platform. So by the time it comes out, it might be cross platform.
Yeah.
So, your final, you had some
the final thing of gaming.
Dungeons and Dragons news.
So Dead by Daylight, I think you're familiar with, right?
Yeah, I've never played it. I don't do horror.
For
games. I
anyone-
don't get scared. I just have no interest in it.
For anyone watching who doesn't know what Dead by Daylight is, or for Tony's benefit, it is a game where you have one person playing as a killer, and they're chasing 5 people whose goal is to like fix these generators and then escape the killer's like lair.
Don't
And
they
then-
need to get power to open
yeah,
gates or
you have to
something
fix
like that?
generators to
Yeah.
get the gates open. And they've brought in like classic horror.
Like people will get hung on meat hooks.
Yeah. They've
Ooh,
brought in
fancy.
classic horror characters over time, like
Yeah,
like Jason,
Freddy.
Ghostface from Scream,
Yeah.
Freddy. The new collaboration they announced is a D&D crossover where you play as a bard. They have a D&D bard character, which I love because I play as a bard, and you are fighting against Vecna, the withered god. Fuck you. You, of course, if you've seen Stranger Things, you'll recognize the name
Yes.
Vecna.
Yes.
Vecna is an actual D&D character and voiced by Matt Mercer in this from Critical Role.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck Matt
yes,
Mercer
you
is.
do. Voices Cole
See the
Cassidy
long-haired
in,
guy?
yeah, Cole
Okay.
Cassidy in Overwatch.
Sure.
But yeah, he's voicing Vecna.
Another game that I hate.
Do you hate Overwatch?
Yeah.
I haven't played it.
You know why I hate Overwatch? I hate it because we were promised a PvE campaign and it never came about.
I still love Overwatch, but that does hurt. Yeah. But so, I mean, that's exciting. I think it looked cool. The trailer was sick. It looks like they're adding in some specific like D&D elements to make it fit. So it's not
You have
just
to roll a dice to survive.
It seems like there might be some elements that, but it's not just hey, here's D&D characters and go fix the generator. They've got like a custom map and
Sweet.
all this shit. So that's pretty cool.
All right, narrow down your list of TV news.
Okay, yeah, no TV news. I had a lot going on, so we'll narrow that down. We had 2 season 2 trailers come out. One for House of the Dragon
Oh yeah.
and one for Rings of Power.
Oh yeah.
So similar kinda
Nobody
genres
watches
of show.
Rings of Power. Fuck that show.
I actually did you see the trailer?
Oh
for it?
wait, I have a pending email with Amazon Studios. So oh yeah, Rings of Power.
So okay, here's the thing. I did enjoy Rings
It was
of
boring as shit.
I really enjoyed Rings of Power season 1. I don't care that they changed up
It
lore
was
stuff.
boring as
So
shit.
I've tried to watch it twice and have fallen asleep.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
both times.
In a fantasy world where you have these sexy elves that are supposed to be
Mhm.
uber attractive and like everybody falls in love with them, for there not to be sex on purpose,
That's not really Tolkien's thing, though.
I don't fucking care.
You
Tolkien's been dead for 100
You
years.
little pervert.
I'm just saying
No, and he
that
wants to
like
see
they're
some elf
creating
tatas.
relationships between characters in the movies and in this series. Let them do what they're gonna do.
Also, Tolkien died in the
Okay,
70s. You said 100 years.
like 48 years ago.
I really did like season 1 of Rings of Power. I don't
didn't.
care that they changed up the lore or anything like that. That's not like I love the lore and I love the old, but that stuff is not super sacred. Like you can change it to make a show work better. The problem is the show didn't necessarily work for people who didn't have background knowledge of Tolkien.
Whoever doesn't have background knowledge of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings can go fuck.
Well,
themselves.
it requires a way deeper background.
no,
knowledge
doesn't it
for Rings
requires
of
a
Power.
4-hour movie watch?
But I think.
Air conditioner.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I think the
know.
trailer for season 2 looks a lot more action heavy. We've now gotten to the point where, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched Rings of Power yet,
your
I'm
stories
sorry.
are taking a very long time tonight.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
It's almost
This is
as
the
long
meat
as
of
our
the
ad
podcast.
break
Stab
at the
him.
beginning
This
that
is the
makes
meat
people
of the
turn off the
Shut your
podcast.
fucking mouth.
Stab him.
Spoiler alert for season 1, Sauron has been revealed at this point. We know who
Bro,
Sauron is.
what the fuck,
Oh,
man?
fuck you.
All right, move on.
But so I think it
Rings
looks
of
exciting.
Power, great. I'm super excited.
You are the worst.
I am so
You're
excited.
the worst person I know.
I want more of that.
Why do I subject myself to this?
Yeah.
I do love you.
Hey.
House of the Dragon, though, I will say, I'm infinitely more excited for.
Oh,
'cause
hell yes,
Season
dude.
1, I'm really excited for Rings of Power. Don't get me wrong, but season 1 of House of the Dragon was fucking phenomenal.
The most brilliant thing that they've done with that show is as soon as that teaser trailer came out for 2, the same two girls, the Negroni, right? Those same two girls, they put them together on the marketing tour.
Yeah.
Because that is brilliance. The two of them, first of all, they have so much genuine love for each other, but at the same time, their chemistry is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember the one girl. Sorry, the non-binary. one.
Oh, I didn't even realize what. Emma Darcy.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
Emma
talking
Darcy
about
is
how
non-binary.
flat her face gets.
Yeah.
They are talking. I think she still uses she.
I
pronouns.
can't remember if she uses if they.
Anyways,
use she,
I'm
they. I
sorry, Emma, but
we're not trying to be. We're not trying to. I just can't remember. I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
we're not trying to be insensitive. We're also not trying to be uber. Oh my God, left wing. But
I am.
Emma is talking about how their faces really can get really flat, and they just start joking back and forth, and it's like the chemistry is the greatest thing
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, that show.
Pairing the two of them up for the marketing run was the greatest idea.
Yeah, no, season 2 of that show. It's kind of weird. I guess I almost think it's unfair that people compare House of the Dragon and Rings of Power because I do see that a lot. But there are two big fantasy properties coming out at basically the same time. And as much as I like Rings of Power, House of the Dragon is kind of doing it better right now. So we'll see how that carries over into season 2. I mean, you know what? I was gonna.
They do use they them. Sorry.
Okay. They them. Sorry, I'm sorry, Emma Darcy. We didn't. Not that you're watching because you've got that.
Hey, but at least it's an effort. We're making an effort.
Hey, I appreciate you looking that up.
Hey, may I interrupt for a moment? and make an
No, yes.
announcement?
You have
Yeah,
another
yeah,
snake
yeah.
picture?
No, better.
The gummy
Snake
kicked
related.
in.
No, I wish I had. Yeah. All right. It's the first time ever situation on Popcorn Tribunal.
He just got the coupon code working.
If you go right now to any one of the 3 web addresses that were previously given out,
CoffeeDudesCoffee.com.
ICanHasCoffee.com.
IHasCoffee.com.
SnakesInTheCoffee.com.
and use
Wait, what was the last one?
checkout code Snake Day, no space, all one word, Snake Day, now through Memorial Day, the end of
Oh,
Memorial
shit.
Day, 20% off everything.
It's worth it. Do it.
I got to tweet
But so
that.
help me God, I swear, if you share this code outside of this show, don't do it.
Oh,
Don't tweet it.
You don't want me to
This
tweet
is
it?
just for the
No,
audience.
it's just for the people who
Just
give a
for
shit.
the live
This is
audience?
just for the
For
Okay.
those of us who actually love us and care.
Sorry, Mom, that you
for you.
just bought the coffee. Your
I gotta,
coffee.
Wendy is not listening to the show, but she will want some coffee, so I will send it to her.
I
but that
can
is
I
it.
can give your mom a discount
Whoa.
on her previous order. I can send her money back
Oh, I'm sure she'll refuse
because
that.
I'm
Yeah, I was
that
gonna say.
cool of a guy.
My mom
do
is
it.
my
So-
mom's like the nicest person. I don't think
Then I'll give her a
she'll-
full refund.
CoffeeDudesCoffee.com, ICanHasCoffee.com, or IHasCoffee.com. Use
First time.
code SNAKEDAY today through Memorial Day.
All one word.
All
no space.
one word. Only for you live listeners.
Yeah.
So Chris, who's doing the edit, will cut this out of the edit.
Yeah, but like just bleep over the
No,
code,
no.
but leave.
No,
everything
I'm going to
else.
leave it there so they feel bad that they didn't listen to the live
Yeah.
broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
I might tweet it quietly.
I might leave it up and active.
So
All right.
that's awesome.
And one more
Yay!
announcement. It's
I've been
TV
asking
related.
him for a coupon code forever, and he
Can-
finally took care of it.
One quick TV related announcement.
Yeah, go for it.
One
The
of
TV
our
segment, man.
former Popcorn
Oh,
Tribunal
yeah.
host, Derek
Oh, yeah,
Bailey.
Yeah.
He was
His-
just on a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah, his TV show went live yesterday. It's on Apple TV, on Prime, on
Yep.
Fubi or Fubo.
And the quality of the video that they posted online was terrible.
And it's
So I
on-
let them
yeah,
know and they fixed it.
It's on Saturday nights. It is called Selling Indianapolis. He's the newest host.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I watched
we
it.
love Bailey. Chris and I have known Bailey for a decade at least.
Yeah, I've known him for a
Yeah,
while.
he's one of the best people
I
that we know.
probably
so.
closing in on 15, 20 years actually. If you
Did you know him before he worked?
Yeah, he knew he
'Cause of
ran
the
around with a
music
bunch
stuff?
of old friends. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah,
Nice.
Bailey is awesome. He's
Also-
also an excellent realtor. So
And I started at Apple 18 years ago this year.
Jesus, dude. Wow. I don't even know.
Christ.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's pick your next big important TV
Okay.
thing.
Well, okay, so then you know what I'm gonna pick. Obviously, we got a new
Fucking,
trailer.
We got a new trailer for The Acolyte.
We did get a new trailer for the Acolyte.
Let me say something here. I enjoyed Kenobi. The other Disney Plus TV series, I'm kind of opposed to at the moment. Opposed to because when I think of Star Wars, I think of massive movies, right?
Okay.
And so narrowing it down to a live action series has always kind of bothered me. I really enjoyed Kenobi mostly because the little girl who played Leia was awesome.
Vivian Lyra Blair.
Ewan is amazing, right?
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. I am excited for The Acolyte because I think the cast is excellent. It's new characters. I'm really, really, really excited.
I'm super excited. I mean, there was that trailer, but they also did a behind the scenes video talking about Lee Jung Jae and like what it means to him to come forward. And then they did another behind the scenes the other day of Amanda Stenberg played the Binary Sunset bit. John Williams literally wrote the arrangement for her to play it on violin.
So she played it live?
Yeah, she played like in studio and they recorded. And so like the promo for this show has just been incredible. Because they're
here's
really
the other
making
thing
you
though.
love these people.
It's new characters.
Yes.
It's a new story that we haven't been told, right?
Like 150 years before the Phantom Menace.
And I love that. And then we'll comment on this too. Really cool. Daisy Ridley's out doing some marketing for her new movie called The Young Woman in the Sea.
The Young Woman in the Sea, which there's Oscar buzz around that one.
Where she portrays the first English or the youngest woman to swim the English Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Not only was like Whoopi basically offered her Sister Act 3, which is amazing. Daisy has an amazing singing voice. But she's also generating more buzz around her return to Star Wars, which is really awesome.
Yeah, and so that's I was telling
I
you.
love that everyone's bringing it up though.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
and that's I was telling you before this, and I was like, I've got one thing we could talk about. It's kind of weird, but there was like some hints at the Rey Skywalker movie. And I know you're excited about that, but it's where the hints came from that's kind of weird.
ooh.
And I brought a prop with me.
Oh shit.
So on May the 4th,
You've had this in your pocket the entire time.
on May the 4th, they released new Kyber crystals.
You have a Kyber crystal in your fucking pocket.
Yes, they released new.
Have you opened it yet?
Yes, I have.
Oh.
And so they released new Kyber crystals on May the 4th at the Disney park.
This man tells me he's always broke. Now I know why.
My mom bought this for me. My mom bought this for me, so don't worry about
So is this Rey's
it.
lightsaber?
It's Rey's. It's supposed to be Rey. When you open them, there's like random characters you can get. I happen to get Rey in the yellow one, which, as you know, she's my favorite. So I was really excited. But when they sell these little like holocrons, and when you put it in the crystal in it, it'll say lines from the characters. Hers is almost exclusively stuff. It's her writing a journal after the rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
And so people were kind of freaking out because they're like, "Ooh, that didn't sound great, Mike." They're like, technically, this is the furthest forward in the Star Wars timeline we've ever gotten, and it's on like a little toy.
Yeah. So when you bought that Kyber crystal, did you buy it specifically to get that one, or was it random?
It's random. You like buy them and then you get random ones. So there's a couple of characters you could get. I was just lucky and got Rey.
Have you ever gotten one of the black ones?
No, those are so rare.
Yeah.
I want one so bad though. They've got. Well, I'll tell you about the other rare ones afterwards. We don't need to.
Yeah, we can talk about that later because nobody here likes fucking Star Wars.
Everyone loves Star Wars. But no, there was just some lines in there from her giving, and they kind of foreshadow what's going to be coming from the Rey movie.
Dude, I'm so excited.
She's in the like lines from the crystal.
And it sounds like Oscar Isaac is coming back.
Maybe John Boyega is a big maybe.
John Boyega is confirmed. Oscar Isaac is not confirmed from what I read.
And so there's kind of some lines that are thrown in there where she's saying like, the Jedi Order was this thing. But
Can I just say,
yeah,
I need John Boyega to become a Jedi.
He's
like, in my opinion, like just there. It seemed like there was a common thread throughout those three movies.
Yeah,
that there is. The Force is.
I mean,
I sound like such a fucking Star Wars nerd right now, but there are things that he did throughout each of those movies.
Yeah.
That tells me that.
I mean, they confirm it all but say it in Rise of Skywalker because he can sense when Rey has died.
Yeah,
and he senses all this stuff. But no, it's just there's just some fun stuff in there.
I just need him to get his own fucking lightsaber and to force push some motherfucker.
He's said he wants a green one, I think, if I remember correctly.
I don't care.
But no, there's just some lines thrown in there where she's saying, like she says some random stuff about like I want my Jedi Order to be focused on healing the galaxy and the mission of going out and finding people and healing what's like
Great. So
wrong
she's
with
the
everything.
PETA
And
of
PETA. Um,
heal the world, make it a better place
and
for
so
you and for
there's
me and the entire Jedi race.
there's just some fun information buried in there
That
that
was
kind
a
of
Michael Jackson reference, by the way.
there's just some fun information kind of
You're
buried
so
in there
young
that
you didn't get that.
well, yeah, you said you were what 29.
Shut up. Go ahead. Keep talking.
There's just some fun information kind of buried in there, indicating of what is going to be the moving forward point for her with the Jedi Order in her
Gotcha.
new movie and the premise upon which she's.
Can you
building
find
her
this
order.
audio online?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. If you go on YouTube and just search, like Kyber Crystal version 2 or something like you, there's people who've uploaded all of the audio clips. But if you search for the Rey one, you can hear it on there. But it gives some kind of fun hints about what we can expect to see in that movie, and people were freaking the fuck out about it.
Well, yeah,
It
'cause
caused the
Star
price of
Wars
that-
fans are nerds.
It caused the price of this individual crystal to skyrocket for a little bit. Like people like
Sweet.
when
So
it
thanks, Mom. He's gonna sell it on eBay and pay
hell
us
no,
rent for a
I'm never
couple
gonna sell it.
months.
If for like I think it's like $18 on Disney's site. People were reselling them for like $20, and then when
Oh my God, $2 profit.
well, yeah, exactly. And then when people were like, "Oh, there's hints about the new movie," and they shot up to about like 150. for
That's a
little bit.
great story. Thank you for sharing that.
You are such a beautiful little bastard.
All right, so our goal for tonight,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So we live in a market where there are not a ton of screenings for new movies that come out. So we have to go see them on our own, which is great. I'm working with the studios to try and fix that. But we don't have a ton of content today around new movies, though there are some great new movies that are out that we're going to talk about next week. But today we are going to talk about our top 5 characters from movies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am willing to wager that 3 of his are from Star Wars.
Do you want me to spoil right now?
Here's the thing, though. I should have told you this, but this is why I told you this today. I don't want characters that really exist outside of a movie world.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I didn't choose the Joker. Heath Ledger's Joker, I didn't choose because the Joker exists outside of a movie world. I didn't choose Luke Skywalker because Luke Skywalker exists outside of a
How do
movie
you
world.
mean exists outside like
Graphic novels,
Oh,
comics,
okay,
books,
sure,
that kind of
sure.
stuff. Though I guess technically, yeah, I could have chosen Luke Skywalker.
I'm gonna spoil it right now for you.
Don't. No.
This
Okay.
is difficult.
Okay.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, for me, Indiana Jones pops right in my head. But there were books made when I was a kid. I remember reading them in elementary school.
Should
Does
we?
that
Should
count?
we?
If the books came later, does that still count?
So the way I look at it is
I
this:
would say
I
no.
prefer characters that are
I'd say
unique
you're
to
fine.
movies, and I did include one that is in a major universe that also exists outside of movies.
I didn't know about that restriction, but I still think I
Yeah,
followed it pretty
and
well.
I also chose not to use characters from literacy, though one of the characters is from a movie based on a book.
Me too.
But the popularity was really driven by the movie, which was also written by the author of the book.
So,
I felt like that qualified.
What's the order we want to go in here? Do you want to go top to bottom,
I'm gonna
bottom to
go
top,
5 to
or
1.
random? Okay, 5 to 1. Okay, I'm cool with
And
that.
these are in order.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So my number 5.
Get your list ready, Chris.
My fifth.
Oh, that's easy.
My fifth.
Okay.
They're all Star Wars characters or Star
No,
Trek.
You'll be
characters.
surprised.
My 5th favorite character is Inigo Montoya from The Princess Bride.
That makes sense for you.
First of all, The Princess Bride is a perfect movie. There's no arguing about that. It has every aspect that you need from a perfect movie. Well written, well acted. But Mandy Patinkin stuck out for me as a character. In his portrayal of Inigo. Now one of the things I wanted to bring about was the defining moment of that character in the movie. And for me, the defining moment of Mandy Patinkin's character is when he says, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. And then the one guy says, I'll give you anything. What do you want? I'll give you anything. And he says, I want my father back. That to me is the defining moment for Inigo Montoya.
Okay.
Yeah, it's perfection. And it's like in that moment of revenge, it's exactly what needed to be said.
I haven't seen The Princess Bride in a long time. I would love to watch that with you.
It was exceptional. I love that movie.
And because I love you, I won't make fun of the things you're passionate about, like you do with me.
It's not gonna work, dude. I'm set in my ways, man. I'm almost 50.
I am too.
What is
man.
your number 5?
My number 5? Okay, so I decided it was kind of a cheat answer at first, but I narrowed it down. I'll tell you the cheat answer first because I kind of consider them a bundle. It was Merry and Pippin from The Lord of the Rings. But I did decide, and I'm talking specifically the movies, because I was thinking
I
in a
had
movie,
Samwise Gamgee close.
my
to the
mom
top
will love
5.
you for that one. I will tell you, that's probably my mom's favorite character. Sam was like just barely,
Sam's probably like 8.
but
But
I
Mary
will,
and Pippin I wouldn't put in top 10.
but I would say I will narrow it down because there is one on my list that's kind of similar and it can't change. I will say specifically Mary Attic
Yes,
Brandy Buck.
for sure.
I love that.
Mary
character
was
so
definitely
much.
the character in the forefront of the two of them.
Yeah, he was like when I was a kid, I was like always had trouble picking.
Is that Dominic?
Dominic Monaghan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a lot of trouble picking favorites in stories and movies when I was a kid,
Yeah.
but he was my favorite. Him and Aragorn were like my two bigs, but man, over time I've just grown to love that
Aragorn was
character
top
so
10
much
for me.
more.
Aragorn was top 10, but he
Yeah.
wasn't top 5.
There's just something, and I think if I'm picking like defining moments, I have trouble picking between two
Yeah.
for him, but both come from Return of the King.
Yeah.
I would say first, and it's a deleted scene, but
And
it's
that's
when,
but also this kind of goes against my own personal rules about the literacy part, right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
But I get it because
But-
you learned those characters. A lot of people of this current generation
Well,
learn those characters.
But
by
you
the
know, I
movies.
will say, actually, I think maybe
I read the books,
I
so
think-
I know them from the books.
I think maybe it doesn't go against your rule because I'm saying specifically in the books, I didn't like Mary as much as I did in the movies. Specifically, the one that resonates for me is the movie.
So it's Dominic Monaghan.
I think it's Dominic
as
Monaghan's
Mary.
performance and the changes that were made to make those two
Okay, so-
characters a
right.
little more. But I think his defining moment for me probably be when he pledges himself to Theoden
Yeah.
in Return of the King. I mean, he's this little hobbit. He knows going to war is unfathomable for his
Yeah.
people, and he doesn't even hesitate. He just walks up there and offers his service. The one that I think maybe could tie, because I said there's kind of two that I couldn't really think of. Obviously, when he attacks the Witch King to
Yeah.
save Eowyn.
Yeah.
Again, this little hobbit going up against an ageless force of darkness and just shanks that motherfucker in the back.
Yeah.
And God, when I remember seeing that as a kid, I literally was just, yes, like,
Fuck
come
yeah.
on, yeah.
F yeah, because I can't see that word yet.
I'm sure my parents remember because they took me to see that on like opening weekend, and I just remembered the like, yeah, come on,
Nice.
like, and so I love that. That character means a lot to me.
Christopher,
Oh, this is tough.
Number 5, you said it was gonna be easy.
it's okay if you need time. I mean, we didn't include you in this conversation, so I
you
understand.
didn't.
Chris is like, yeah, you didn't, you bastard.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's conversations I don't know if Chris wants to be a part of.
Oh, I get it.
I said sometimes.
Yeah, you did.
I said we should include you, and he said he's just the
That's
producer.
not at all what I said.
So I think I've mentioned this before. That like my
Oh wait, that probably is what I said actually.
No, you didn't. I didn't.
I don't know.
You didn't.
one of my favorite movies of all time is Doctor Strangelove.
Yes.
Oh,
Love
okay.
that movie. Well, it's difficult
The
because
original or the remake?
the original,
Okay.
because Peter Sellers plays like what 3 or 4 characters.
Yes.
Um,
And Peter Sellers is also well known for playing something else.
he
Wasn't he the Pink Panther?
yes,
Was he? I don't know.
yeah, he's one of my favorite actors of all time.
Okay.
But God, it's really hard to narrow down which character is my favorite. But my favorite actor in that movie, favorite group of characters, I guess, in one movie, and it's all him. So didn't give me time to really think this one
Do
out.
you want
All
us
I
to do
hear
our
is
list and then you
excuses,
can
man.
do it at the end? Do you want to?
Yeah.
work
Do you
your
want
list
us
out?
to go through our 5 and then you can
No,
jump in?
no. It's fine. It's fine. He's just on there. I'll just throw mine out. Mine are going to be, not an in-depth recap. I'll
Okay.
just give you a name and yeah, there you go.
Peter Sellers as Dr. Strangelove, or which of the characters?
That's the thing. He plays the president. He plays Doctor Strangelove. He plays the British airman. He plays.
So you just like Peter Sellers?
Yeah.
That doesn't qualify as a
No,
character.
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of which one because it's like my favorite.
Man, this is eating him alive.
I know,
It
dude.
is.
All
I
right,
hate
we'll
you
come
so
back to
much.
you. We'll come
God.
back to you. Think
You-
about it. We'll come back to you.
We'll go through our list and then
My
you
number 4.
read yours off.
I
so
got to
you have
stand
time.
up, man. Ugh.
You need a smaller butt for that chair. I
Hurting
think.
his
I
hurting
do
his
need a smaller
sciatic.
butt.
It's nice and cold in here, at least.
It does. It feels fantastic in here. All right, my number 4. From all of the Matrix movies, Neo.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. As an actor, overall, I don't think that Keanu Reeves is like Oscar-winning actor.
No,
right?
no.
But I don't know that there's a more perfect person to create and portray the role of Neo
Yeah,
than Keanu Reeves.
I agree with that.
And it was consistent through all of the movies. And the story, the character that he carried with him throughout, I think was really important.
Yeah.
But I think his defining moment was when in the middle of a hail of bullets, he just made a simple gesture. Everything stopped. And then he bats the agent aside and then annihilates him from the inside out. And then Morpheus just goes, "He is the one."
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I like that. That's a good one.
That's my number 4.
Nice. I think my number 4 is going to not make sense to you. I think you're going to be surprised by it. But it's kind of a cheaty answer because it's 2 characters. But this is like, these are really characters you can't separate. And it is Ed and Lorraine Warren from the Conjuring movies. Specifically, only the movie versions. If you like them in that movie, please God, don't Google what Ed and Lorraine Warren were like in real life. Just leave it at the movies, okay? But yeah, no, those 2 played by oh God, why can't I remember Patrick Wilson and oh God, why can't I remember her name? She's got like a very unique name and I can't remember it all of a sudden. IMDb it for me, please. But there's just something about the chemistry between those 2 and the way they play up these characters where like in real life, Ed and Lorraine Warren were kind of shysters. They were essentially traveling snake oil salesmen who convinced people they could fight demons. And then because you know
Vera Farmiga,
thank you. Because you have it now through the lens of a movie where the Conjuring movies are still, they can be a little scary. I don't really get too worked up by horror movies, but a lot of people think they're pretty scary.
By what?
Horror. You heard me. Horror.
Where's the A in that?
Horror.
It's up your ass. The Conjuring movies, there were almost, I think,
That must be why I'm having issues with sitting down today.
probably.
I've got horror.
Well,
up
also
my
the
ass.
sciatic. But
I don't have sciatica. Jesus.
you could.
Okay, keep going.
They almost kind of turn those 2 into like supernatural superheroes in those movies where
Yeah.
they're just like they kick so much ass together, and I think that it really comes down to they have incredible chemistry as actors, and it makes them into this very like believable couple where you're like, these are really 2 people who are fighting fucking demons for each other, and I think it kind of goes into a defining moment for them. Have you seen the Conjuring movies? Are
No.
you familiar? In The Conjuring 2, there is a very kind of pivotal moment where Patrick Wilson, Ed Warren, has put himself between the main demon villain of that movie and the girl she's trying to kill. And he's like putting all his faith in the fact that Lorraine is going to have figured out the demon's name and be able to control her
Before the
with
demon.
that before it can kill. And he doesn't even hesitate. He just puts him there and they talk about in the movie. He's like, I knew you had it. Like I knew it was. And so to me, whenever I see that moment, I'm always like, God, fuck yeah.
Will you
like,
put that kyber crystal away?
oh,
It's weirding
I
me
kind
out
of
that
didn't
you're
realize
just
I was
holding
holding
it
it.
in
I
your
really didn't
hand.
even realize it.
That's funny.
And it's just so I love that's such a defining moment for the 2 of them that shows you exactly what their relationship is supposed to be. That he's
Are all of your characters 2 characters?
no.
Okay.
That's the last one, I promise.
Okay.
But it's just like really it shows exactly what their relationship's supposed to be. That he's gonna put himself there because he knows she's got it.
Sure.
And I mean, spoiler alert, works out. She saves him and the baby. So
3 times.
many
there's
more
3
times than that
movies.
because there's the Annabelle movies,
that's true.
there's
That's
the
true.
Nun, but yeah.
That is true.
Actually,
Yeah.
really, the Nun movies, that's Vera Farmiga's daughter, who's like the main character in those. So it's kind of a family business.
Yeah, Maddie said Conjuring movies are great with Annabelle and the Nun.
Yep.
Yeah. See,
Maddie
you get
loves
it?
her some horror movies. She also likes Viking music.
Oh, dude, me too.
Oh,
Though the
Jesus
soundtrack for
Christ.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla is fantastic.
Chris, do you need us to come back to you?
Nah, I'm just gonna tap out.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Because I'm just gonna ramble like an idiot.
Yeah, I
You
hear
know,
you.
like I do.
All right, my number 3.
I love when you ramble.
Chris, you will love this one. You will be kind of surprised.
Okay.
So I am
LeBron James and Space Jam.
well
Dude,
known,
got it. I knew
well
it.
known for not being the biggest Quentin Tarantino fan.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Okay, what? Don't act surprised, Chris. You've heard this many, many, many times.
Oh no, this is
Yeah, but watch the character.
this is helping me.
Leo DiCaprio and Django.
No.
Oh, that was so good.
It is from Django, though.
Okay.
I love Django.
It is Dr. King Schultz,
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
played by Christoph Waltz.
That is an incredible.
Everything he
And
does.
his defining moment was when he found out Django's wife's name. You
Okay.
remember what it was, Chris?
I should remember.
Broomhilda.
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 He tells
And
the story of Broomhilda.
so I have the kind of the conversation here. So he goes, well, Brunhilde was a princess. She was the daughter of Wotan, god of all gods. Anyways, her father's really mad at her. And then Django says, what'd she do? And he said, I can't exactly remember. She disobeys him in some way, so he puts her on top of a mountain. And Django said, Brunhilde's on a mountain? And King says, it's a German legend. There's always going to be a mountain in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And he puts a fire-breathing dragon there to guard the mountain. And he surrounds her in a circle of hellfire. And there Brunhilde shall remain, unless a hero arises brave enough to save her. And it goes through a whole thing. But here's the thing. Like, the way that Christoph delivers that line, there's a couple different things that I love about it. Number one, this is an era when people of color and white people don't have this kind of a relationship. And it's just, he just doesn't fucking care. He's just talking to her
Yeah.
about the origin of his wife's name, which is really
Yeah.
cool. And to me, that really strikes me as a massive defining moment for his character.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. What was your number 3?
All right. So I'm
For the record, Wendy just texted me and said, that's a massive fucking snake.
I'm actually gonna change. I'm gonna move my number 2 down to number 3. The more I've been sitting here thinking about it, the more this feels right. My number 3 is Lando Calrissian
Shocker.
from Star Wars.
Okay, great character, though.
Great
I'll give you
character.
that. Great character.
Great character, because even for me,
Is he trustworthy? Is he not trustworthy?
even for me as a kid, my favorite in the original trilogy.
Right.
And I was always so mad when Lando sold them out.
Yeah.
That's like for me kind of his defining moment.
Yeah.
Because Lando Calrissian makes the choice of, I have a man who I'm very close
Well,
to.
he took care of himself in order to take care of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it's his whole thing of, I either hand them this man who I love dearly,
Yeah.
is a good friend, or they kill a whole city that I'm responsible for.
Yeah. He's
And
a selfish guy. He's extremely selfish.
But I think that's such an impossible choice to make.
Oh,
of,
100%.
You're in charge of a whole city's worth of people, and they're all gonna die, and the only way to stop that is to hand over
Yep.
possibly your best friend.
Yep.
And that's got to be such a hard choice to make. And I think honestly,
But there comes a defining moment, though, where
he kind of
he
realizes,
identifies why he did what he
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
and then chooses to
And Solo
rectify
kind of
it.
recognizes that and forgives him. for
Yeah,
it,
and he chooses to rectify, and he rescues them. And honestly, rebellion's kind of
See,
lost
to me,
without him.
that's more of the defining moment.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of, I guess for me, that's the defining moment, and the choice made is kind of the catalyst for having
Yeah.
that moment.
Yeah.
And then the man took out the second Death Star.
Yeah.
And also the only
But he continues to be that same character into the newer movies.
Yeah. And then the only member of the original like band of heroes that goes all the way through to the end. He's
Yeah.
there in the finale at the Battle of Exegol. He saves Finn.
Yep.
Like, so I think he just has he has an incredible arc, but also Billy D. Williams, man.
Yeah.
He's just so fucking cool.
Rip.
I love Billy.
Rip, baby, rip. Billy D is awesome. That's a good choice. I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you move that down.
He
from
was
2
my
to
number
3.
2. I decided to put him to 3 because I the more I thought about it, the more I think that my one I had in number 3 is maybe
Can
had
I
a little
just
more
say-
impact on me.
I know that Chris and I probably have the same number 1. Let's not talk about it. But I believe that when I say mine, Chris will agree with me.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would be surprised if your number 1 was the same as well, which is because we haven't talked about this.
Yeah.
We did not
And
talk at all about
I
any of our
can't see
characters.
your phone, and I've seen
Yeah.
how pointedly you've been not looking at my
Yes,
phone.
Yes. So I'm intrigued to see if your number one matches my number one. So when we get to the number one, I'm actually gonna have you say yours first.
I'm almost positive our number ones aren't going to match.
Okay. Okay. So what are we, number two?
Yes, number two.
Okay, my number two, you're gonna love this, right? Is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Nice.
Okay. Played in the original trilogy, first two movies. Did he die in the second one?
He dies in A New Hope.
Okay. So Alec Guinness and then Ewan McGregor plays him in the later movies.
In the prequels, yeah.
For me, the defining moment of Ben Kenobi was these aren't the droids that you're looking for.
Oh,
That's
you think?
the first major usage.
Do you
of
know?
the
I
Force.
think that's kind of an interesting because it's rather than being a defining moment of like a lot of the ones we talk about are like this character's pivotal moment of like heroism. That's the moment where oh, that's who this fucking dude is.
Yeah. But here's the cool thing. So one of the things that I noted about that and did a little research on is that there were a number of recognized incidents after this movie came out where people actually tried that and got in trouble for it, like we're getting arrested,
Yeah.
or things of that sort. So like he in that character, in that role, created this whole thing of, these are not the droids. Yeah. Someone did it just the other day. I think it was Doman did it. And that's my number two.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. That is a good one.
Yeah.
I think you might be surprised that my number two is not a Star Wars character.
Shocker.
It would have been before. My number two, and it's actually kind of interesting because you and I didn't talk about the only going for movies angle because I specified with this character because they do exist in other media.
Right.
Specifically MCU Captain America.
Okay.
And that is when I tell you I could not have cared less about Marvel Comics before seeing the first Captain America movie.
Let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Is it the character portrayed by Chris Evans or is it the character of Captain America?
It's specifically Chris Evans' version of it. And that's what I
Okay.
was saying. Like, I couldn't have cared less about Marvel.
Right.
I watched the MCU movies as they were coming out because I was in high school. Everyone was going to see them. I was exposed to them. I was like, well, these movies are cool, but I still don't like the comics.
Right.
Something about Chris Evans' Captain America in the first Avenger.
I think there could not be another actor to play play the original Captain America.
It's for me. I agree like with your statement with Neo. I don't think anyone could have played him at the start of the MCU better than Chris Evans.
100%.
And like, I have a couple of characters like that where I'm like, no one else could have. Maybe there's better actors, but no one else could have.
My number one
that
is one
better.
of those. I don't think anyone else could have played that role.
Gotcha. But just something about that is like how hopeful he is, how much he's willing to put on the line, and I was like, well, I kind of want to go read the Marvel comics now, and comparing comic Captain America to
I never
MCU
had that
Captain
feeling.
America. I was actually kind of disappointed. Like I do like the Marvel comics now, but I was always like, man, I want MCU Cap though.
Yeah.
I don't want this. And it just the feeling gets stronger and stronger with each movie.
So yes, now if I had identified the rules, that wouldn't have counted. Right?
Sure,
But
that's why I said
because that's why I didn't choose Heath Ledger's Joker.
yeah,
Right?
Gotcha.
Because the Joker as a character,
yeah,
but when portrayed by Heath Ledger, let's be honest, even Jared Leto's Joker was very specific to Jared Leto.
yeah.
So that's why I didn't pick the Joker because of that. But yes, I think you're 100% right. No one else could have played Captain America in the MCU to start it out.
And I think genuinely, if I'm picking a defining moment for him, it's kind of almost the whole last 10 minutes of Civil War.
Yeah.
Because I think it's that I think.
Well, yeah, because he's torn away from his little good boy image, and
I think he has kind of a protracted moment, starting with when Tony looks at him and said when Tony's seen the video of Bucky killing his parents, and he says, "Did you know?"
Is this post fight?
This is after the airport fight, but then they fight again after this moment. Yeah,
in the dam.
And he says, "Did you know?" And
that was mid fight. Actually,
he like won't lie to his friend, and he says he was my friend. I had to protect. And for me, I thought like when I saw that, I was like, man, it could have been so easy to lie and say like, no, I didn't, or he was brainwashed. He doesn't leave it. He leads with, he's my friend. And to me, I'm like, that's how you that.
But
that means
that's
I'm standing in the way.
That's a staunch characteristic of Captain America, is his loyalty.
But then I think
which in the long run, actually kind of comes back for Tony Stark's character.
Yeah. And I think even that it extends to more of the end of that movie where he could have easily killed Tony. He had him in a position where he could have killed him at the end of that movie, but he walks away.
Yep.
And then he also still gives him a lifeline of like, when you need me, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
And so I think, God, that to me, like, even thinking about it now, I'm like, damn, that's just so that's
What
I
I love
that's
is
a
that
good
Tony
dude.
Stark's anger for Captain America carried over. And you
Yeah.
can see it in bits and pieces.
And his
throughout.
and Cap's like pain over what
Yeah.
he did to Tony.
Yep.
Like he's not mad at him for still
Yeah.
being mad. He hurts over what he had to do to
Yeah,
him.
I think that's a great character choice. I think Captain America as a character is probably a really good character, and he was also portrayed really well. So yeah,
It is, and I will also say, if we're looking for secondary moments, when he picks up Thor's hammer and
yeah,
that's so
fucking-
fucking sick.
yeah,
Oh
for
my
sure.
God, I've never
Yeah.
heard a theater scream like that.
yeah.
All right. so we're
Well,
on-
I mean, but then again, when Paul Bettany's character just picks it up and
He's
hands
just
it to
kinda
him.
whirling it
Yeah. Okay,
so we've hit number one.
we've hit number one, and you were going first, and you're right. I have not glanced at your
Yeah,
list.
I genuinely don't think we're gonna have the same character.
Okay.
Here. Ray Skywalker.
No, we are not having the
Exactly.
same
I don't know
character.
why you thought that was gonna be.
See, okay, so here's the thing. I don't feel like her character exists yet. Let me clarify what I mean by
Sure.
that.
I think
There's
I know what you're
no
gonna say.
origin. Like, where does she come from? What defines who she is as a person? So, what's her defining moment for you?
I think the defining moment is when she finally, at the very end of Rise of
When
Skywalker,
she introduces herself
she
as the Rey
chooses her
Skywalker.
identity. Because
Yeah.
I think when you say like she doesn't really have like an origin, to me, her origin is throughout that entire.
But
sequel
I don't feel
trilogy.
like we see her origin because she's grown up when we see her.
Sure.
You know?
I think her like her catalyst and her like story is all one about identity. She's trying to find people who she belongs
Oh,
to.
I don't. No. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I think she's a great character.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that she's in my top 10,
Sure.
but I think she's a great character. Also, I think she's again a character that Daisy Ridley created,
Yeah, I don't think anyone else could.
and
have played her.
100% that character is
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley, and everything that you see Daisy Ridley in still has a bit of Ray.
Yeah. And I think that's like J.J. Abrams talks about when he was auditioning her. The
Yeah.
moment he knew he was auditioning the scene where Kylo Ren's like getting into her mind, and he was like, all these other actresses played it like kind of like afraid or like they were scared, whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, she was the only one who showed that she was afraid, but also gritted her teeth and was like, get out of my head.
Yeah.
Like, and I think so. It's like, yeah, no one else could have made that character.
Yeah.
But I think that saying her name and saying Rey Skywalker is the defining moment because
Yeah.
as much as she's wanted to find her identity throughout those three movies, I think she's also scared.
And
to
I
cement her
agree with you.
identity.
I think absolutely the defining moment for that character
Yeah.
is that moment.
Yeah.
But here's where I struggle with using that as a character identifying piece is where does it go from there?
That's what
Right.
we'll find out.
And that's the thing is we'll have the answer, I'm sure
Yeah.
of it. But her definition happened at the end.
yeah.
And for me, that's what eliminates her as a great character, is that we don't know the character that she
Sure.
is
Yeah.
once
It's-
she
it's-
figured out who she is.
The sequel trilogy is kind of her prolonged.
Yeah. But she's
origin.
clearly searching in everything that she's doing,
Yeah.
right? And then at the end, you can see that she's.
Oh, that started all on its own. I'll drag it back out.
Well, that's,
Well,
our
that's all,
show.
folks. But
Fuck Tony's number
Nope,
one.
Nope.
but then at the
Nah.
end, you can see that she's clearly comfortable in who she is as a
Yes.
person. She's determined that this is the path she's going to take. Let's go fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could not be more excited
Yeah.
for that movie just to see that play
All right, Chris, you ready for my number one?
out.
Sure.
I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah, that was-
Indiana Jones.
I love you.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, I don't think that I can say no one else could have played him but Harrison Ford, right?
But nobody else could have played him but Harrison.
But exactly, but nobody else could have. But as a character, was the character written the way it ended up being, or was the character because of Han? Because of Han,
No,
because
because
of-
of Tom Selleck.
because of Harrison Ford.
Do you know what? I will say I do think it is because of Harrison Ford. For one specific reason. Think about how many Indiana Jones clones exist out there
Yeah.
now. Which, like, as much as I love Uncharted, Nathan Drake, or like Lara Croft to some extent.
Yeah.
But none of them are Indiana Jones.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing, and so here's what I think. I think, and I don't know the story. Chris will probably know more than this, but George Lucas cast Harrison Ford in Star Wars,
Mhm.
and George Lucas saw the character that Harrison Ford was as Han Solo and said, "I need to come up with something that's this man can carry."
But he wanted Tom Selleck.
What?
And Tom Selleck was set to play the part, but he couldn't because Magnum PI. They
That's
contractually
hilarious.
Well,
wouldn't-
thank God for that,
they
because I don't
wouldn't-
think
yeah.
that would have been good.
Because
But
of
I
Magnum
bet you,
PI.
as soon as Tom Selleck dropped out, George Lucas was
Yeah.
like, "Well, it's
I mean,
gotta
he
be
was on board,
Harrison
and
Ford."
then all of a sudden the studio was like, "No, you can't do Magnum PI and this."
So yes, I think that Harrison Ford created the character, but I think that the character
oh yeah,
was
they definitely kind of
probably
rewrote it on the fly.
solid. You know,
Sure.
There are so many things. Well, like everyone knows the sword fight where he just shoots the
right?
guy's
Yeah,
head.
yeah, and that to
That-
me is his defining moment.
Well, that only happened because Harrison Ford
because
was
of Harrison.
sick.
Yeah,
he like had like a
no,
stomach
he
bug or
injured. He
something,
didn't he injure.
No, they
his
were all
back?
sick. They had food poisoning.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought he injured
had
his
like
back.
he had like a stomach bug and didn't
Yeah.
feel like dealing with
Yeah.
it. It's,
But to me,
Oh.
but the thing is that is such an Indiana Jones character
yeah.
that it just worked,
And that's where you get like,
and that's what I had listed as the defining moment.
Yeah.
yeah.
that's where you
Oh.
get, like I said, like there are like these indie clones, like
Yeah.
the one that was just in my mind is Nathan Drake from the Uncharted
Yeah.
games. And
Or
they
the one
def-
that Nicolas Cage played.
Oh, National Treasure
yeah.
kind of deal. Like there are so many moments in Uncharted where you can tell they're kind of trying to make a joke at that like indie magic.
Right.
And I love Nathan Drake and the Uncharted games. Like I think Nathan Drake's a great character. Definitely, if we were doing like a gaming version of this, he'd be in my top 5.
Right.
But it doesn't have that same, like that role
Mm.
was written and defined. But
I don't know
Harrison
that I could
Ford,
come up with 5 gaming characters.
I could.
I think
oh,
Cade 6 from Destiny would be in top
did you
5.
see-
Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay.
Master Chief.
Oh, actually, I might not include Master Chief, but I would do Noble 6.
No, I would definitely include Master Chief.
Would you?
Yeah.
Marcus
And the
Phoenix,
defining moment is when he takes the space mine out into space.
giving the Covenant back their bum. Marcus Phoenix would be
Nathan
one for me.
Drake,
Nathan
Marcus
Drake.
Phoenix,
I
100
actually-
fucking percent.
Do you know what weird?
Actually, maybe Cole more than Marcus Phoenix.
Yeah, maybe from a
Because Phoenix
popularity
isn't a
standpoint.
defined character. He just is a character.
Do you
Cole Train is a fucking character.
do you know what?
Woo!
Do you know what'll make you laugh?
What?
Of all gaming characters and
Yeah.
all the games it could be, my mom knows all the Gears of War characters.
Shut up.
So-
That's
my,
awesome.
I was so obsessed with it in high school, and she just like absorbed that. Like I'll say,
And then I
Marcus
think
Phoenix,
Lara
and she goes,
Croft would probably be my number 1.
What were you gonna say?
So maybe it's a listener out there, but the moment you said Phoenix, my coffee dudes had a visitor from Phoenix, Arizona.
Hey!
So who out there
Hey.
listening is in Phoenix?
Marcus Phoenix, get your order in.
That's
Well,
funny.
If you live in Phoenix, that doesn't mean your name is Phoenix.
I have
That's
family
shut-
that lives in Phoenix, so it's possible.
True.
That's funny though.
It
Yeah.
happened at the exact same moment. It's
That's
kinda like-
great.
So next week, gaming top 5. Do it.
I don't know. I just named my top 5. I don't want to do that. But so we will have some movies to review next week. So you've seen
Civil War,
Civil War
and boy, do I have thoughts.
and
Thoughts of the
The
devil.
Planet of the Apes,
Planet,
which
the
I
new
also
Planet-
have thoughts.
The new Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. Oh God, why can't I remember what it was called all of a sudden?
Kingdom of the
Planet of the Apes. How long can they get those fucking names?
And then
Uh-huh.
so I need to watch those two, but then I saw Challengers.
You're welcome.
Which had a very weird thing in it, and it's something I want to talk about. So-
how did it make you feel?
Oh no, I'm not whatever the bisexuality. Whatever.
Oh no, I meant the thing that was weird. I was gonna say like.
Oh, they were wearing Mark Rebelay training camp.
Oh, I saw
shirts.
you tweet about that.
I'm like, and the music feels very Mark Rebelay.
Yeah.
And I thought, did he score this movie? And then it turns out it was Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Was it Trent Reznor had a what band was he in?
Nine
That
Inch
was-
Nails.
That's right.
Did you know that Trent Reznor is? Tell us the story, Chris.
What?
Tell us. Oh, you don't know the story? about Nine Inch
I don't know
Nails?
which story you're talking
Trent
about. There are
Reznor
multiple. I know there are
is
multiple
Nine Inch
stories.
Nails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all of the artists that are touring with him are just touring artists that he hires.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
like Panic at the Disco?
But the
where
studio
it's just
music,
Brendan
he
Urie?
plays every instrument, he mixes,
Oh,
he produces
okay.
it. It's just him.
Yeah, so like it's like it's like when Panic's recording, it's just Brendan Urie in there assaulting teenagers.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
okay.
used to have other members, but now it's just him.
Yeah.
Probably
I
because-
just when I found that out, I was like, this guy's a fucking genius. And then I saw that remix with Carly Rae Jepsen. I was like, even better. Okay, Chris, do you have any commentary on top 5 movie characters?
Oh no.
Just say 5 characters right now. Go.
Oh god.
Okay, so Indiana Jones, you agree with?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
That
I
would
was
be your
going.
number one.
Well, and I mean, I just feel like it's
Who's your favorite Ghostbuster?
Bill Murray.
no, actually,
Chevy?
Stance.
Or not Chevy, yeah.
Stance is my favorite of the
Okay.
Ghostbusters.
There you go. There's
Okay,
one.
There's one.
Who's your favorite in Back to the Future?
Marty.
See, that's where I was gonna go with it. No, Doc. Doc is my
No.
favorite. Doc Brown. Love
You
Doc
know who my
Brown.
favorite is in Back to the Future? Biff. I'm just kidding. I don't like Back to the Future.
Why?
What?
I'm not a fan.
See,
I don't know
I
why.
feel like it's such a standard
Are we
go-to,
gonna
but
have a George Lucas?
this is
Steven
my
Spielberg
generation.
standoff happening? What's your favorite Steven Spielberg movie?
Oh no, I don't know.
Also, side question: is E.T. a horror movie?
Is E.T. If you ask my partner, yeah.
No, there are a ton of people that will debate until the cows come home that E.T. is a horror movie.
I don't know that I could. What's my favorite Spielberg movie? I don't know. I'll
It's
come back
tough.
on that one. It's like I can't decide if there's too many I
That
like
might
or
be
if
a
I
good
don't like any of
conversation,
them.
right? We'll pick the top 3 directors of like all time, right? So you've got Spielberg, you've got Francis Ford Coppola.
John
Did you
Hughes.
hear about what he was doing on the set of Megalopolis?
Jesus Christ, you got to stop believing everything you're reading online.
I'm not saying I'm just like taking everyone's at face value for it. I just asked if you had seen what people
I
were
just
saying.
want you to know that my number 6 is The Butcher from Gangs of New York.
Do you know I don't like that movie?
Oh, that's the only movie that I like
I-
by Marty.
I have a friend who that's his favorite movie, and every time I say I don't
It's a great
like
movie.
Gangs of New York, he gets so mad at me.
No, it's a
about
great movie. The Butcher, for me, that's a defining character in a movie.
Yeah.
What about John Hughes, directors?
So John Hughes is genre. John Hughes is a genre director.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Spielberg and Francis Ford Coppola and Marty Scorsese, they've all kind of been
Marty
across
Scorsese.
genre. That's what he wants to be called. He's actually very funny in his old age. Have you seen? He's
Yeah,
got a
he is.
TikTok account.
Yeah, and he's
He and
hangs
his
out with
daughter run
yeah.
his TikTok account. It's
Yeah.
hilarious. That might be a fun conversation though, just to like look at the filmography of a popular director and then have a conversation around it.
We did that with
Christopher Nolan.
but Mel Brooks.
We
Remember?
did do
back
Mel
during
Brooks. That's right.
pandemic. We did Mel
So-
Brooks.
And then we realized
Yeah.
that you
And
can't
we-
watch any of his movies anymore
Yeah,
and be
you
like,
were, you were like, how familiar are you with his movies? And I only had seen Blazing Saddles, but didn't really remember it.
that's
And-
the one you had
really?
only seen?
Yeah.
Wow.
You
And-
had no Spaceballs, I think, is pretty tame.
Oh, okay. I have
comparably.
seen Spaceballs,
Yeah.
but I don't like Spaceballs.
What?
Oh, you got to watch it more than once.
Oh, but you're a
I've seen it
Star
a
Wars
lot of
guy
times.
though.
You gotta watch
No,
it
it's
more
got
than
nothing
10
to do with
times.
the Star Wars
Yeah,
of
it
it.
does. 100% it
I
does.
tell you all the time, I was like a weirdly serious child when it came to movies, and I saw that when I was a kid, and I was like, I don't think this is funny.
Spaceballs was hilarious.
And now I just can't get past that.
As
Yeah.
an adult, the references are much better.
I've seen it within the last like 2 years,
Yeah.
and I'm still
Well, you're
like,
not watching it.
the guy from Beverly Hills Cop that does the noises, his character in that movie is hilarious.
Winslow. Something.
Yeah, Michael Winslow.
Michael Winslow. I almost said Carl Winslow, but that's
I
the
saw
character
him
on-
do
Is
stand-up
everyone here an
once.
asshole?
All right. I think
Rapping?
yeah, we're
I think
gonna
that's
wrap
a
it up.
wrap.
Yeah,
it's,
that's a wrap.
It's 6 o'clock here on the West Coast, so
So
you know.
we've got some
Oh,
cool
is it
new
doing that?
content coming up. Don't forget now through Memorial Day, I has coffee. I can has coffee.com.
CoffeeDudesCoffee.com.
Coffeedudescoffee.com.
That time the computer just did whatever the hell it wanted.
Use
I love
code
it.
Snake
Day.
Day. And for save how much?
20%.
20%.
20% because it was a 20-foot snake,
No, it was the 7 foot
and
snake
it had
and
20
7%.
machetes.
So yeah,
In each arm. All 100
enjoy.
arms.
Thank you so much for being here.
We love
will
you
see
all.
you next week. And yeah, awesome. Yay! Popcorn Tribunal.
Thanks for being here, everybody. We love you.
Visit us on social media at Popcorn Tribunal everywhere. Drop a follow, say hello. Let us know your thoughts on some of your top 5 characters. We'd love
Yeah.
to hear from you.
Yeah.
So, thank you for being here. Chris, is this new?
No. Same.
Did
We
I just
got-
never listen to the outro?
At Tickle Buddies on X, replace the eyes with ones. At Fire a
Always-
I'm not spelling it again. What is your Twitter handle, Chris? It's funny, but I always
they
forget
keep
it.
getting banned.
Oh yeah, Chris
No,
is a
no,
little,
no, no. I'm good. It's
Chris is a little Twitter anarchist.
wow.
Social media.
It's like vehicular
No,
something.
peripheral brain slaughter.
vehicular brain slaughter. What?
Peripheral brain
Peripheral
slaughter.
brain.
Hey, did you know
slaughter.
you can't have manslaughter without laughter? Think about it.
I mean,
I don't wanna
have to
think
about it. It's
anymore.
pretty simple spelling.
I hate thinking.
All right, bye guys. Thank you
Toodles.
for tuning in.
Bye, everybody. Mom, I'll text you when I'm home.
Every time you say that, it cracks me the fuck up.
And every time I text her that I'm home safe, she says, "Thanks, love you."
I'm starting to love it when I hit the buttons for automation and they totally glitch out. I'm starting to love these little things.
out?
Yeah. He's a professional
Hey!
producer, folks.
Hell yeah, brother.
Can't do anything about the software.
Bye.
All right, now's the time where we're still live, but we pretend that we don't know they can hear us,
Yeah,
and we
so
say
we're gonna
weird,
stand
goofy
up and
things.
scratch our balls.
Blacka,
And we're
blacka,
gonna be
blacka,
like,
blacka.
"Oh, so you scratch your balls."
Sorry, I think you mean balls.
I have two.
Oh,
talking
we
about
just got
myself.
a visit from Port Charlotte, Florida on coffee.
Oh, shit.
Florida.
All right.
I can't
Low
believe I didn't
rider?
talk about Taylor Swift once tonight.
Killing
Poets
the
Department
bee.
is taking over my life, and I haven't talked about Taylor Swift one time.
Feed is going dead.
Wait, why is it
Bye.
taking over your life?
Because it's so good.
In 3.
I don't
2.
think it's her best.
Fuck you,
one.
Tony.
I got it.